the Commission, other commissioners, all the other guests who have come here this morning. We are very delighted to be here this morning. And pleased that we've been able to fulfill all the requirements of the Electoral Commission, and that you have therefore agreed with all the documents that we have presented. I want to say that we have confidence that the IEBC has got the capacity to conduct free and fair elections. We therefore would like to urge you to live by the script and do exactly what the people of Kenya expect of you. We want to say and promise you that we are going to conduct ourselves as candidates and also members of our movement in a manner that conforms with the requirements of the election laws and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. We would like to see a free and fair electoral process. We want this exercise to be done also in a free manner. We want Kenyans to be able, on the 9th of August, to freely express their will, to speak clearly that this is what the Kenyans want. We know there are several players in the electoral process. There's the people themselves, there are the candidates, there are members of various political parties, there's also the fourth estate that is also involved in the electoral process. And we expect the fourth estate to play their role objectively. So far, we really have no cause to complain. I have been in politics for a long time. I know that the media will praise you or will vilify you, whatever they do, but that is their freedom of expression. We don't question it. We want to create a free and democratic society where there's freedom of expression. The media can censor, the media can critique, the media can educate, the media can also oppose. So we really have no issue with that. We want the Kenyans also to conduct themselves peacefully throughout this electoral process. You've seen some goons defacing our billboards, some other parts of the country. That is an act of hooliganism, which is primitive. We should not be tolerated in our civilized society. And I urge our supporters not to interfere or to try to defecate any billboards or publicity material belonging to our opponents. I'm calling them opponents, not enemies, because this is just a democratic exercise. At the end of it, there will be a winner and there will be losers, but Kenya will go on. And I will say that, Mr. Chairman, there are a few issues that I wanted to raise with you. One is the issue of electronic identification of voters and transmission of results. What we want to know is, has the Commission developed constitutionally compliant protocols, the results transmission path for the polling station, the National Tallying Center? 2. When will the Commission share the said protocols with the stakeholders? The second issue that we want to raise, the integrity of the voter register. What is the status of the voter registration exercise on a county by county and constituency by constituency basis? Number 3, Mr. Chairman, is audit of the register of voters. Is the preliminary report by the audit firm ready? If so, what are the preliminary findings? 2, when is the draft final report of audit of register of voters expected? And 4, proposal to amend the elections general regulations, which is currently before Parliament. I want to know the status and why. Then there's a proposal to amend Regulation 83A, the elections general regulations, to give a presiding officer power to open a ballot box that has been sealed to remove wrongly put materials at the constituency tallying center. Number 5, recruitment of returning officers. The Commission has submitted a proposal to amend the elections regulations to give itself exclusive mandate to appoint election officials, including constituency returning officers, county returning officers, presiding officers, and their deputies, without sharing their details with political parties and the independent candidates as presently required by Regulations 3, 4, and 5 of the Elections General Regulations 2012. 6, we want some information about the printing of ballot papers. You say, what measures have the Commission put in place to ensure there are no lapses, both logistical and security, in the general election? Number 7 is the smartmatic contract. The question is, what is the status of data migration from the Morpho IDEMIA system to smartmatic? What steps or measures have the Commission taken to reduce or eliminate any risks that could affect the functioning of the election technology? 8, technology issues. In the late April 2022, IEBC announced that it will add approximately 10,000 polling stations to bring the total number of polling stations in the August 2022 election to 52,481. When does the Commission intend to carry out timely end-to-end testing of election technology? Has the Commission conducted the annual audit of the election technology to guarantee data integrity, to ensure that the technology functions effectively as specified, and 3, ensure that the internal controls of the technology are effective? 5. 9. Stakeholder engagement. What measures or steps have the Commission taken to address the systemic inadequacies identified by the Supreme Court in 2017? And finally, what is the status of compliance with the statutory timelines set out in the revised elections operations plan released by the Commission on 17th January 2022? Mr. Chairman, those are the issues that are concern to us, which you hope you'll be able to respond to adequately. And then I have the pleasure to present to you a copy of this report from my team.